Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Penguin Academy game analysis. We're still in Blood Bowl 3 2025 World Championships play-in stage. This is round 2 and winners bracket, so the winner of this game will move on to the group stage, and the loser will go to the danger zone. I'm at this point about like 6 games behind, which I'll probably try and get done today. You might notice my throat gives out or I cough a lot. If you're watching these in order, you'll know that a couple of games ago I mentioned that I just come out of hospital. I had a procedure done, which was a camera down my throat, etc. So my throat is absolute murder today. So I'm picking games that I fancy. I fancy this one for a kind of mean reason. I'm pretty certain that Force Unlocked is a big Mr. Page fan. I'm sure he's a very nice person, other than that. But I would quite like to see Velihopea kick his ass. It's like, it'll make me feel better today. Valley is playing Pro Elves. I'm not certain why. I think they're a bit weak in this rule set, but they are still Elves, and Valley is still a top level player. So but the skill level is not comparable here. Obviously, Valley considerably better than Force Unlocked. Anyone who watches Mr. Page that much is not going to be that good. But Force Unlocked has brought a Page style team of a banger bunch of Khorne. So Pro Elves very prone to just being like twatted into the dirt. Hello, JB. I actually also don't like Valley's build, by the way. I think this guard blitzer is real bad, and I don't like Blodge Step Tackle. So both of his blitzers I really don't like. Sorry, Valley, if you're out there, I really don't like them. I would much rather simply Blodge Step, and if you're gonna stack this other blitzer, I think Frenzy is better than Tackle. Like, Frenzy is kind of pseudo Tackle when hitting a Blodger anyway, but also it gives you other options, right? It gives you surf options, especially in this matchup, because this guy's not going to be that great. He's going to try and surf himself. It's going to end up too close to the sideline, and it's always fun to surf a team that's got surfing potential. It's always funny to surf Khorne. It's always funny to surf Dark Elves. It's kind of funny to surf Necro, especially the Wolves. Like, it just gives you a little dopamine rush that isn't there when you surf regular, like, folk. Thank you, Ord. So I will say, considerably better setup than a lot of people we've seen, right? Again, we do have this silly idiot doing nothing. There's always a silly idiot doing nothing. I'll never understand it. But other than that, pretty good. Strength 4 on the outside. You can get 2 dice on him, especially on this side with the guard. Or you can 1 dice through him, but that's the only way through. Like, it's not bad, this. Just because, you know, he's a supporter of someone I'm not a fan of doesn't mean that I'm not going to say when he does something good. And then he gets obviously pitch invasion because fuck you for doing something good, says Blood Bowl. Why didn't you set up like a spaz throwing tea leaves on the ground? I should probably be careful, right? People outside of Britain, especially, that word has taken on more of a slur meaning. Yes. Why didn't he set up like a scope? Didn't they do that for a while? Didn't kids do that for a while? I'm sorry, Vodders. Like when Scope came out, Oh, they changed their name to Scope. Didn't kids start calling people like Scopies or something? Like, just to take the piss out of them for trying to make that a slur? I'm sure that happened. I hope I didn't make that up, because that makes me sound real bad. But I'm pretty positive that happened in real life. Not terrible. And look, by the way, just quietly, how good would Frenzy be right now? Because he wouldn't be able to do this tactic. It's not a great tactic anyway, is it? Like, this is just, like, begging to be fucked this next turn. But he has cut it off a fair bit. We got more players on this side who can come through, so the Blitz is probably the Khorne go with guard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. I think you have to risk the thrower with leader here and blitz through him, and then you can get 1, 2, 3, 4 players through to here. And we've got no dodge on this side is a real problem. To try and 1 in 9 through and make some trouble here. So maybe we do blitz this side. And then we use the dodgers to try and 1 in 9 through. Because if you fail dodge on the first one, you can just stay there, this guy, because he's got sidestep. And then this one can just stay there because he's too far away to surf. So if you've popped dodge on the first one, you can just stay there. And if you don't, you can get through and help out. So I think I would probably now, I've changed my mind, I'd blitz through him. Using the sneaky git. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, perfect. Using the sneaky git around here. Blitz through with the blitzer. Come down. Stand near this so that it's not easy for him to get into a cage. And then I'd risk a couple of 1 in 9 dodges to try and get into this area to force him to deal with the fact that you've got elves in this part of the pitch. Once you've got elves in this part of the pitch, you're in trouble, right? You're just in trouble. Like, suddenly you're pushing your cage to one side or the other, which is exactly what the elves want because of their frenzy. Oh, no, wait, Veli took tackle instead, which is absolutely useless. There we go. Look at this. Veli with the same thought process. It's almost like good players all think the same. Gets a removal too. Delightful. Didn't take any removals himself on the LOS. Oh, I'm not certain about this. Because instantly 1 in 9. One of the. I would like to point out he's doing my exact plan, except he went in with. So the only difference is I would have dodged through this guy's tackle zone with him. Because if I'd pop dodge, I would have stayed there with him. And then it still allows me to dodge through this guy's tackle zone. Because if he pops dodge, I could stay there and not get surfed. The other way round, he could get surfed. But I was going to say, he's given his thrower up to get surfed. This is real bad. This guy's got frenzy and he's just blitzing him to there. This was bad placement. Sorry, Val. And in case anyone from Team England is watching, this is why it does matter, the difference between one square and another. If he'd been 1 square left, it was good. Where it is, it's bad. It's almost like Blood Bowl is a game of squares. Okay, and force unlocks like this can't fail and leave me absolutely fucked if it does. If this is pushes into pushes, he's fucked. Didn't even make it a 3 dice. He's fucked. He just sidesteps there now. Good job. Absolutely good job. So now he does have to jam himself to one side. He abandons these 2 players over here. He's already lost one on the pitch. Like, this guy's useless, right? This guy's useless. So he's basically 3 players down for this defense. It's going to be 11 versus 8 on the cage. Interesting blitz. I would have thought he'd have run the risk of blitzing onto the cage here. You got to know that this guy thinks that giving him 2 heads means that you'll never fail a dodge, right? The minute you see 2 heads, blockless ball carrier, you know he's equipped for those dodgeless dodges with his 2 rerolls. I would probably have blitzed him. More chance of removal, no reason to dodge these then. So I would almost certainly have blitzed him. I also would have put him there, not there, so that if he blocks him and it's a push, you don't have to, like, be stuck. And I preferred him down here. Nothing, like, just nitpicking here. I just prefer him being more aggressive. I think it's probably correctly rated. It's just not handled well. The problem is sure hands over block is a problem, right? If this was block sure hands, it'd be good. If it was block 2 heads, it'd be worse. Because he's only got 2 rerolls and he can't afford to fail a pickup. Or waste any rerolls on it, rather. Doesn't change the odds of the pickup, does it? But you can't waste rerolls on it when you've got so many blockless frenzy blocks put on your team. So sure hands is necessary here for him. With a few extra skills, I would have sure hands on like every team. If Dark Elves had like 9 skills instead of 6, one of them would be sure hands for me. It's super annoying to always have an opponent who has like a chance of putting the ball on the ground, like rats or woodies who are already good at Blood Bowl. Having that just Hail Mary constantly in the back pocket is a pain in the ass. Doesn't move him, so he's just eating a free 2 dice block there. He stands and he goes there. That's a free 2 dice block. And then we decide who we're blitzing. We could just blitz into the front corner of the cage with the sidestepper. It does mean that if you get pushes, you could get surfed is the big problem. So maybe not the front corner of the cage. Come here, take this block, and then we blitz this guy and put the sidestepper on the ball. That's better, isn't it? Because then you don't have someone hanging out here to get surfed. Because even if you get the power and go onto the ball, it's very likely that a bad player will just take the blockless surf on your player and then dodge the ball carrier. Good players wouldn't do that, but bad players will, and it's likely to work. And you get a catcher surfed. So probably blitzing here is better. Or maybe not using as many players and coming around the back and blitzing here. More likely to get a removal as well then. And tagging from the back. Maybe that works as well. Good turn ordering. Does that first. Yeah. Don't like doing that before we're doing the blitz. We should be doing the blitz first, Valley. Come on, these are blockless blocks. And now we're doing a dodge. Oh, okay. Are we not blitzing? Val, did you forget something, mate? You in the middle of your breakfast or something? What's going on here? You didn't think like a cheeky little blitz was going to be useful? Okay, weird turn from Vel. I assume he just got distracted by life. I mean, sooner or later, this Bloodspawn will hurt something. The complete lack of removal. Where's this ball going? It's not going there, surely. Oh, no. Is this a rush? He's got to do a rush, doesn't he? Of course he has. Okay, what can we do here? Can we do anything? I mean, we're just going for a block there. We have got the guard, but it's all the way down here. This is what I mean. Like, the guard is not even, like, useful right now because he's in the wrong fucking square. Guard's protecting the every free ball square. I don't think we can do anything clever. Could possibly just surf him, which is, again, as I mentioned, real funny. Or we could just blitz this Bloodseeker in front. Or blitz him for some damage and just get back in front. He isn't getting anywhere like this next turn, especially with taking out the front one. So maybe taking out the front Bloodseeker is okay, especially as you've already got a block on him. So you don't even need to use the blitz for it if you don't want. You could probably just get in front here and take the block. Take it first, because then you know if he doesn't go down, you can spend the blitz on him. Okay, we're not doing that. Are we surfing? Oh my god, are we surfing? Oh, we would have been surfing. Fucking amazeballs. Oh, no, Valley. We haven't moved anyone. I swear to God, right? I swear to God, how many times in these matches do we see red dice failing? It's 90-odd%, and it seems to fail, like, almost always. It's so weird. This feels unnecessary. This feels like the kind of play you do against someone who's good and you've taken damage. When you haven't taken a single bit of damage and he's obviously not good, this is an unnecessary risk. Against a good player, this is absolutely the play, right? It gives you 3+3+ into 1 dice on a blockless ball carrier. Absolutely the play. But against this, no. Not necessary. This is about, like, you know, understanding your opponent and the board state. You are considerably better player, and he's got nowhere, and it's turn 5, and he's in his own half. If you knocked him down, he wasn't even getting into your half by turn 6. It feels so much better to just play passive defense here. Because this is a problem now. This is going to happen. Like, you didn't cover this failure state. Only one person was going in for the blitz. Why isn't there someone here covering the failure state? Sloppy Valley. Ball is now in your half, and it's a likely score. Even got the 4+ for him. And now you've got 2 removals. All gone to shit, this has, hasn't it? Thrown away in a unnecessarily risky turn. Now we're not even bothering trying to stop the score. We're just surfing for damage. And he doesn't get any damage. It was going like you'd won this drive. I would say you were probably like 80-90% to stop the score there. Like it was so hard for the Khorne. And you gave it up. I'm very disappointed. Random rush. Okay, when I said he was bad, this is exactly what I meant, right? This is exactly what I meant. That's how bad he is. You could have just stopped the score. You might still stop the score now because he's just snaked down. He's stuck there. But still, it was easier when you had 11 players. Oh, come on, Vel. Come on. Why are we rolling dice? Oh. Would have 3-2'd him out to base this guy, probably. Hey, look, exactly as I mentioned, he's never going to try clearing the ball. He's got 2 heads. Doesn't snake. This ball's definitely not going to be safe. Well, he could do some rushes, can't he? Still won't be safe, but he could do some rushes. Does 1. Frenzy would have been amazing here, obviously. We're just rolling the dice for passive defense, something we could have done up here. And not had him roll some 2 heads into a score. Cheeky scoring threat. Dodge 1 dice to base the ball. So now with no rerolls, your best bet here is to blitz this guy and just 2 heads through this. Someone goes, okay, not there. Someone goes here. Not, okay, hang on. Why have you gone there? Isn't that the square you have to go through? Don't you have to go through that square? So he just added a rush? Doesn't matter. Just roll some dice. He did add a rush. Didn't matter because it was 5, 6, 4, 6 was his dice. So, yep. Did it wrong. Never punished because it's Blood Bowl. And now Veli is playing for overtime. I mean, he could get the one turn. He's got 2 rerolls. But Pro Elves 1 turns with no frenzy. Not the best. Not bad either. Like, Veli perfectly capable of doing it. But it's you know, it's not like 60, 70% like a rat 1 turn or anything. So, because of guard here, we can do the black hole 1 turn. 11 players in guard, we can do the black hole 1 turn, right? So we have guard here. Someone here, someone here, someone comes round to go there, and then this is a 2 dice blitz because we've got 3 assists and he's got 1. So we're strength 6 and he's strength 5, so 2 dice here, allowing a POW. Do it with someone, if you do it with the catcher who has dodge here, you can dodge back out and you have enough to come back round and be an extra assist. You don't have to waste one here. And then you take the power on him and push him there, and you use the guard guy, as the guy you're pushing. And we chain the catcher like this way. So the catcher goes to there, and then it's 4, 3, 2. Instead of 4, 3, 3, 2. So they go sideways, they go diagonally through there. And because of the thing, I don't think you have enough players to get the catcher. You could get the catcher out the other side to there, maybe. I'm not certain if you have enough players. Because of the strength 4, you need an extra player here. But one of those 2 things should work. You should be able to push to there, this square, or you should be able to push to this square. One of those 2 will work. No, this is wrong. Okay, it's not wrong. It's just it means you need... Oh, God, guess a timeout. Okay, it's not wrong. It just means we were guaranteeing pushing the catcher to this square. There was no chance of going outside. And it means that you need a push straight off the bat. But this doesn't matter now. Now everyone's doing dodges. First things first, we should get scoring threat in place. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So there's the 8. So this lino should go there. This catcher should go up into scoring position. Remember, they can't use Chunt's column. So this catcher should go up there. This one should come over and base this guy so that someone can blitz him and be a scoring threat. Probably this catcher. Yeah, okay, we can dodge through this tackle zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. So we got multiple catches in scoring threat and the lino that's there. So that's 3 scoring threats for 1 in 36. No, this is Valley. He's good. He can give the ball straight away to this catcher. He can base here with the Blodge Stepper so that neither of these can get over. He can base this guy so he can't get over. Yep, so far so good. Oh, no. This guy should have been there. This is bad. Unnecessary blitz. Okay. So, but now this guy's alive, which is bad, because he's got 2 heads. I would rather have knocked him down and just based him. So far, we've only got one scoring threat. Right. So there's the problem, right? There's the problem with not putting him there. If we snake that dodge, we've got one scoring threat. Through a pass. This should... Okay, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay. There's a rush. I don't know why this guy's not moving. Okay, we are basing him. I don't know why he's not... I would just base things with him. I guess he doesn't want him to die. Like, so, Veli might have decided that this is actually, like, such a good state that there's no point in basing these guys when giving up a block that could kill his Blodge Stepper. And I mean, I don't blame him for that. So, this is the 2 dice block. That allows him to come over here. But we're doing rushes with everyone else. Did he just kill his leader? No, he just killed a Lino. Okay. He's just dodged. He's got no reroll. Oh, my days. So he's got no rerolls, and he just dodged to blitz and got a Kaz from it. Because, again... Blood Bowl doesn't care if you just do something that's wrong. Objectively wrong. Hasn't moved any of these players. No rerolls, no dodge skill. Dodges. And then blockless blitzes. I know he's got Juggernaut, but... Like, gets up... What I mean is he got a POW, right? Can't use block or anything. Got a POW. Ugh. Hasn't even stood him up. Literally hasn't stood him up. So he just loses here. 97% score if he fails that dodge. This is winner's bracket. Remember, there are lots of bad players in winner's bracket. Yeah, so to be fair, Veli should have lost. Veli's only in winner's bracket because his opponent was bad so consistently that he finally rolled quad skulls and hadn't picked up the ball, or stood near the ball, or done anything to protect the ball. This is why you knock this guy down, Veli. See, it's worked out for him. This is not a bad protection now. Okay, so because this is the tight columns, as we've always pointed out, that's got to be an Apo. Because of these tight columns, if he hadn't removed it, he'd have jumped the body. But he did remove, so now he's just got to do the hard dodge. Never mind, he's Apo'd it because of the fact that he needs his ball carrier, so now he can jump the body. So he can just do a 3+ jump instead of a 3-3-2. So a 3+ jump into a 2+ dodge with this one because we just hand off to him first. Instead of the 1 in 36, we do the 1 in 36 here and he's got dodge for the dodge then. Does the jump. There we go. This, by the way, this why I very, very much prefer... It's why I picked this game, right? I very, very much prefer doing Penguin Academy game analysis tips for good players, right? Every good player does things wrong. If I was doing my own games, I would find things that I didn't like and that I did objectively wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. But for the most of the game, me and Valley will do the same things. Because... it's Blood Bowl, right? It's not a solved game or anything, but most of these turns... Yes, so he should have done a grid. There should have been a space behind the front. Ever since Blood Bowl 2020 came out, old style elf columns not as good for the last turn. Or to stop a breakaway is the same, right? Because you can knock down the front one and do a jump. Because everyone can jump now. You don't need leap. So now a grid is stronger. If you're just playing passive defense in the middle of the drive, columns are better because they claim more space. You could, if you knock that guy down and step behind him for free, where there's no players now. So columns are good to stop space. But if you want to stop a breakaway or a score, which is a breakaway, you want to be in a grid with a gap between the two. Because then if they knock them down, jump in does nothing. You're still having to do a dodge into a tackle zone, a dodge out. It's exactly the same. I don't like that he's brought these in. I was about to say that's a real good. This is the Daka fan, and I do this in ladder just because it's a funny name. But I don't do it if my opponent's set up like this. The reason I do the Daka fan generally is it's kind of like rule of five, like you can protect these back players. But I wouldn't do it if my opponent had set up close and wide. I would just have standard chevrons. There we go. He put him back. Good job. Oh. Oh. Okay, so on one hand, this is bad. No, a catcher's out. On one hand, this is bad because you haven't got as many players to go back and do the Daka with. But on the other hand, the Khorne are going to have to deal with the fact that there are 3 players behind them if they come forward. So it's kind of 50-50 when this happens. Like, it's kind of good. It's kind of bad. Hello, Veli. Three is too many, yeah, just because it cuts down the amount of players you have to work with. But having them behind to come back and be an assist, like, for a blitz through, pretty great, right? It's why, like, if you do a dodge and it fails on the LOS and they don't get removed, you're not really upset. Like, you're fine with that, having one guy back there that they have to be annoyed by. If you could somehow be allowed to just put a guy on the floor prone, I probably would every Daka. Exactly, yeah. So interestingly, he's got 5 big guys, and he's decided to waste the Bloodspawn marking these 2 bodies instead of having him front and center. No, I wouldn't be fouling anything here. The problem with the fouling is not only does it give up, like, space that Veli could just use straight away, right? And end up, like, elf stalling backwards into the end zone. If you don't get him and you just get sent off, you've just made his Daka better. And there's, like, it's just 30% either way. It's just gambling, right? 30% chance to get sent off, 30% chance to remove. They're not identical, but it's close enough. It's almost identical. It's a gamble. You're coin flipping to see which one of you gets removed, or both of you get removed. I mean, the 1-1 is what's bad for the Khorne. No, I would have put the big guy front and center, and just used. Oh, we are fouling, and there we go. And now the Daka is much better. So Veli could break through here and now. Like, he could just go through this guy. But he's down to 10 men. These two are going to stand back up. This guy might not move. He gets this guy back next turn. I would just run backwards, same as he actually is doing. I'd just Daka again. He really can't pick this ball up. Okay, I had to burn a reroll that time. They're too close. He has to do it. I'm not a massive fan of standing this guy up right now, Vel. Like, it feels like that just gives him a blitz at the back here. With the mighty blow. And he just walks up and bases everyone instead. I would just left him on the floor. Maybe you were trying to tempt the blitz at the back so he doesn't blitz someone at the front. I wouldn't be happy with it. Yeah, but if you don't stand anyone up at the back, this guy might not be able to move. Because he's not going to blitz from there, is he? Down here. So it's only a 4+ for him to move. So you might not have to deal with him. Not that it matters. This guy hasn't hurt anyone all game. Oh, that's an interesting square. Doesn't get the POW. Does get the POW. Gives the ball to a catcher. Doesn't 1 in 36. Double rush. Has to re-roll. Comes over here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. He's good now. This is a lot of dice to get to this position though. But we made it. Cost one of our rerolls. Could have cost more. I mean, this is the Daka risk, isn't it, right? For anyone wondering why the Daka isn't just some, like, you know, win state type thing, what you just saw, right? Any of that could have gone wrong. That was quite a number of 1 in 36s. That turn was probably down around 70%, which gives you a 30% chance of it going wrong. And it could have gone wrong with any of the first ones. It could have gone wrong with the guard rush. Could have gone wrong with the handoff, or 4 1 in 36s with the ball carrier, which is a 1 in 9. So 1 in 9 chance of just the ball carrier going wrong. No, it's high risk, high reward. If done right, it's high risk, high reward. This is basically a free score now. And it's only high risk, high reward if either your opponent is good or your opponent has a team like this or Black Orcs or whatever that are good at defending a Daka. Like a team with a lot of strength across the board, guard, etc., that can stand in lines like this and make it more difficult. Yes, it's not. It's easy a lot of the time because most opponents are bad. Like, you know, for the shit I give Force Unlocked, he's not like an average ladder silver player, right? Those people will have no clue what to do with this. They'll just stand around in stupid squares. They'll walk down in rule of 5. They'll stand on the halfway line. You know, they'll just do any random shit and you just get the score for free. But this was high risk, right? That there was a lot of 1 in 36s that turn, and the first 6, maybe 7 were important. So if you'd failed any of the first 6 or 7 1 in 36s, which is, like I said, 80%, that's a 20% chance of that going wrong that turn. The ball's down here, right? The ball is in your half deep. That's pretty bad. Well, I mean, technically some of those would have had the ball here, but still real bad. And one of these needed to be a POW. If both of these were pushes, you're having to defend an elf corner in your own half. Against Frenzy. Like, not good, right? Really not good. Yeah, actually, if we go back, let's go back and look at it again. I think, is there a slight mistake here? No. Okay. See, so that's 2 1 in 36s, right? So we're down to 95%. 1 in 20 times, this ball gets sacked now. 1 in 20. That's not crazy, is it? 1 in 20, you just lose the game here. You just lose. You're absolutely losing this game if either of those are a snake. This is a blockless block. 1 in 9 to burn a reroll. It needs a POW. A push isn't good enough here, really. If you get a push here, like I said, we're having to defend the ball still back here. So this POW is also important. Use a handoff. Another 1 in 36. And he did roll a 1 in 9. Dodge, that's a 1 in 36. Has to get out of range. Double rush, 1 in 36 each. So those 4 dice rolls that he just did are exactly the same as if he did a 1 in 9. 89%, that is. Just for the ball handler. So 1 in 9 times, that ball handler, the ball is on the ground. 1 in 9 times, the ball is on the ground there. I'm not saying that this is wrong, what Veli did. I'm saying that this is what the nature of a high-risk, high-reward play is. There's another 1 in 36, and another 1 in 36, and another 1 in 36, and another one, and another one. And right now is where the ball is basically safe. That is 7 1 in 36s. Sorry, and these two. 9 1 in 36s. For the ball to be basically safe. Without rerolls, factored in, because I can't be asked to open Dave's calculator. We're down into the 70s, percentage-wise. Never mind the 1 in 9 block. Never mind the fact that one of them needed to be a POW. Just for the 7 1 in 36s to get to this position, we're down into the 70-odd percent. So yes, Dakas are not just free wins. You need to learn how to do them and how to do them well, and you need to learn to... Like, if you'd done that worse, or made worse decisions for the Daka, the percentage would be even lower, right? You need to maximize your returns for minimal risk. This is the Blitz. Oh, this seems like a terrible idea. And there goes a reroll. Okay, slightly better idea, but this is missing. Double dodging, keeping it. And he's down. I mean, this is just a 1 in 36 back this way, isn't it? We'll take the other stuff first. We'll blitz him. Oh, wait. I thought we were going to blitz him. Are we not blitzing him? What? Oh, what? Why are we not blitzing him? Oh, are we going to blitz away? So it's a 1 in 81? Okay. But that's the same 1 in 36 he just did. So he just gets surfed. Anyway, if you fail that, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I like that. I would have rather blitzed him to get him on the ground. Based him with the, hopefully with the POW here. Based him and then moved him and then done the dodge. So even if you snake the dodge, the ball carrier's on the ground, the people closest to the ball who can pick it up are tagged. Like, it just seems better than changing this. Okay, this is objectively worse. What are you doing, Valley? This isn't right. This actually does nothing. You're still doing the same fucking dodge. What are you doing? This was a mess. Terrible. Awful turn. What are you even thinking? Could have stood in the way with him, and if you're going to do the dodge anyway, and not had to do like all of these, I guess you had to do one of those rushes. But still, that was rubbish. All those dice. It's only turned 12. Wastes his blitz. Makes his dodge, though. And his... Oh, what happened there? I lost my... all my windows barred down. That was weird. Wait a minute, what? Val? What are we doing here? Val? What did we just do? Val? I'm gonna need some kind of... Alright, let's find out what this is about. This looks real bad. Blockless blitz. Got block right here. Oh no. Okay, Val, did your brain fall out of your ass here? What the fuck is this shit? So if we are gonna stall, which is fine, ball should have gone over this way so that only one guy can reach it, which is him. And then we can probably just blitz through him and base him and everything's fine. For a couple of 1 in 36s. Couple of 1 in 36s. We can blitz through him with this guy. And go and stand in front of this guy. And no one else can reach. Why isn't the ball over here? Absolute sloppy nonsense. This can just get sacked now. It's crazy. And luckily, with your blockless blitz, stunned this guy. Very luckily. There's the POW. No, Valley just shit the bed for no reason. Woohoo! One dice, POW. Into removal. Oh, you lucker dog. Absolutely. Like, that turn, those turns were so bad. Not only did you get the 1D POW into removal, you stunned this guy with a blockless blitz, who would be down there right now if you hadn't. And then he fails his rush. Oh my god. Belly, you've made me feel bad for a Mr. Page fan. You should feel ashamed. Yeah, this is okay. Nine into 11. So they should just get some scoring threats in place first. As always, when you got a short drive, there should be someone stood back deep just in case. So could have blitzed with block there, right? Could have easily blitzed with block by utilizing the 3 players. I guess it does expose one of these routes, so it's okay. I don't like that you pushed sideways instead of just backwards out of range. Like, he's got less rerolls, right? 14 squares is better than 13 because pows do happen straight off the bat. Like, you could just go there now and that's a 2 dice pow and he's still 13 away. I would have just pushed him backwards. Ball's gone in the end zone though, like a dog. I do particularly like how the first thing that the Khorne do is a blockless block. Literally first thing. It is fewer rerolls, yes. There's the 1 in 9 on a block piece. Gets the pickup. And wait, what? No! Why would you do a dodge instead of a 2 dice block, you lunatic? Would have dub skulled, but still, why would you do that on a POW? This guy can roll a 3 and get into scoring range. Alright, so Valley has 1 reroll. There's 1 scoring threat. All you got to do is knock this guy down and you win the game. There's the reroll gone immediately. No dodge piece to go and do it. Oh my god. Failed both of them. Incredijeff. Man, I wish that was this guy. Would have been so much more fun. Here's the big boy pass. For overtime. I actually have no idea where Incredijeff came from. Failed the dodge. Wait a minute, wait a minute. 1, 2. Wait a minute. Firstly, let's give some credit for Valley for doing the correct sidestep in there. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Handoff. Shouldn't have done the dodge. 2-2 is better than a 3. By about 3%. Hopefully he rolled a 2 for the dodge. Ah, he rolled a 1. Damn it. Alright, well, there we go. Even though Valley's brain melted out of his ears in the second half, still the better player in that game. Lots of good analysis moments. I enjoyed the game for that reason. Hopefully Valley will remember that he can play correctly for an entire game next time, and we will see him in the group stages, and Force Unlocked does have another chance as he goes into the
Danger zone!
and we will see you all next time. There we go. That was good. Good start to the day.